Rap Delites. Rap Delites. Rap Delites.
Boom! What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast. What's going on, people? Everybody good? You alright?
We getting there.
I don't see no enthused faces. You know what I mean? What's going on, everybody? Let's do this again. Fuck you. Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast. Everybody, what's good?
Say it with your chest.
You know what I mean? Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast. What's going on? I got my brother over there, TSK. This is on the computer now. You know what I mean? I upgraded. You know what I mean? Upgraded.
So this,
What's that? That's last year.
You about 5 inches.
You said it. I did.
But I'm like Lexington Steel.
my shit is
Anybody that watches Schnorn, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I want to give a shout out to my brother over there, TSK1.
Peace.
What's good, TSK1? Everything solid? Everything good?
Yeah,
You okay?
Shit
Say what you saying.
Life gives, and life gives you shit, and
There you go.
take it and make fertilizer.
There you go. There you go. I like that. I like that in you. You know what I mean? Got my sister over here. Chrissy Mac. Mac, bitch, what's good?
What's up, y'all?
Hat low, ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything good. What's going on? Chrissy Mac, manager extraordinaire. Website extraordinaire.
I just realized how low that hat.
That hat is low. Like, she ready to go. Like, she gonna jam a nigga. She got the coat on. You know what I mean? It's like NBA jam session out here in these streets.
Kenny style.
And I am Bat's Mouth Almighty, the Potty Mouth podcaster, the Fresh Grinch himself. We are ready to go. You know what I want to ask you guys? I got a real serious question. I don't really get the chance. I don't talk to y'all all week. You know what I mean? But I got a real serious question I want to ask both of y'all. Are y'all ready to pod? Are you fuckers ready to pod?
I'm here, man.
You ready?
I'm here.
Y'all ready? You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
Anything goes when it come to these shows, cause passing ain't easy. Podcasting ain't easy. Yo, podding ain't easy. Nah, podding ain't easy. You know what I mean? Anything goes when it come to these shows because podding ain't easy. You know what I mean?
That's a nice flip.
You like that?
That's spontaneous. Real fucking spontaneous fucking improvisation.
Improvisation, you know what I mean? We like actors up in this motherfucker.
He probably was planning that all week.
I was planning that all week, son. You know what I mean? But you know, anything goes when it comes to these shows because pod ain't easy. You know what I mean? Got my man TSK1 over there, Chrissy Mac. Miss Smith ain't here, but we're going to continue on. As usual, we're going to get into what everybody has been listening to. TSK1, always first up the bat. What you been listening to, TSK1?
Well,
Come on, say it.
go ahead, put it on.
I don't know what you've been listening to. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Is like, first of all, it's like one of my favorite songs. Nah, go to the other. Go to the other.
We talk money till the spirit come. And
The
talk
use me
violence
trick.
like we deaf and dumb. Deaf we overcome every wake up in the morning.
We'll come back to this.
Listen, that's what you got to do. Steady
It's
bitch.
fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
no
We're gonna
problem.
come back to this. This right here is one of my favorite songs all the time, man. Like one day, I was really like floating on a cloud in regards to what we doing here on Rap Delites. The positive feedback and connections with people around the world that myself, that us, that we've been making in regards to pushing their endeavors and pushing our endeavor collectively by just sharing material. So basically, like this segment is this song speaks for me on this segment of what I've been listening to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much about me. I want to make it about anybody out there that got anything to share.
Yeah.
Use me. use this platform that we can use one another and use one another's reach and exposure so that we can, you know, push on for this quest for global domination.
There you go. Was that Pinky in the Brain?
Cobra.
Even better.
Cobra.
Yeah.
Even better.
So
that make you what? Destro or Cobra Commander?
I ain't neither one of them motherfuckers.
Nah, you Destro. I'll be.
CSK.
I could be Cobra Commander. You could be Destro, and Chrissy could be the Baroness.
Ooh.
So what we gotta show up next week?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
A metal head or some shit. We can do that. But that song, put it back on. So that song speaks not only to me but this segment, and use me. Use us. So and that, again,
I'm about to send you I'm about to send you my inbox.
Use me.
You need to.
I'm about to send you my inbox.
What's
man.
that say?
I got
I'm
so
flowing.
much music in my
And we'll
inbox I
continue
can't
to
even
flow.
get to.
So use me. That other track, in our group page, we share what we've been listening to, what we're currently listening to, some other shit, what might be showcased or focused on this show, on this segment, or just shit just for shit sharing, just for shits and giggles. I want to thank Sam, who again people don't get to see Sam because Sam is actually operating the camera in the technical aspect of this starship. He shared.
He's like Scotty.
Yeah. In a fucking
engine, you know what I mean?
More power.
More power. They can't take it, Bats.
More power.
They can't take it, Bats. You fool. It's gonna fall apart.
So Sam, I never heard of this brother, and when Sam shared the link in the picture, I see the picture to the album cover, and I was like, and I was dismissive of it. I was.
Why?
I
Cause he got a big old beard.
Yeah, I was.
That dude beard.
Hear me. I was dismissive of it partly because of the beard, and I was like, all right, this dude gonna be advocating gun violence and robbery and all kinds of stupidity and silliness that I got. The niggas, little niggas, especially little niggas, gotta go for because this nigga got a microphone in his hand. I couldn't been none the wronger. So. I just butchered the English right there.
It sounded good though.
Yeah, it sounded real good.
I'm gonna say it again. I couldn't been none the wronger. So I want to thank Sam. So play that Stalley, the Get Involved track. Stalley?
I think it's Stalley.
Stalley?
Yeah.
Don't get involved.
I'm regretful because I wanted to reach out to him. I actually, when I shared this,
You know what? He been around for a while.
Right. When I shared this post, when I shared the material on my Instagram page, I tagged him. So time ran into shit ran into bullshit. So I wasn't able to reach out to him and get in contact. I'm a little pissed because I didn't do that, but
You got time.
what I heard, it blew my fucking mind. This son is God body.
Yeah.
So, and he's from the Midwest. Where he from?
I think he's from Ohio.
If not Ohio, something I believe
Something
so.
like that.
So I was thoroughly impressed by what I heard, man. MCs is MCs, and if you thought that the only MCs that was going to teach this knowledge, wisdom, understanding,
Ohio.
and hold fast to their duties to civilize the uncivilized, you wrong. You wrong, girl. The gods is out here, and I want Stalley. And if I'm butchering your name, I apologize. God, peace, God. Stalley,
I think it is.
Yeah, Stalley.
you out here, son. Continue to shine. Continue to play. Continue to teach mathematics and teach understanding. Beloved, peace.
Absolutely. That was
Yeah, I've been a fan for a while.
That's what I was on, and I want to thank Sam for that shit. Because I was knocking this shit all day the last couple days. with a dumb look on my face. Because I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to be advocating some bullshit, which I can't do. I'm not doing. Like, the only time MCs pick up a mic to MC, you talking about pumps and robbing motherfuckers? Oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. So, well, let's see. But that's what this show is about, you know what I mean? And even us as hosts of this show, we get to learn about other music, you know what I mean, from each other.
Stalley, peace to the gods.
You know what I mean? So,
And show and prove.
Stalley, what was the name of the album? Here we go, right here. Reflections of Self.
Come on now.
Do they got the whole title on there? fucking title be on some bitches with the titles.
Title be all over.
Oh, Reflection of Self, The Head Trip. There we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was dope. Chrissy Mack, what you been listening to? As if I don't know.
This week I've been listening to JoJo Pellegrino featuring Raekwon and Ghostface. Three Kings. JoJo Pellegrino is out of Staten Island. He's been around for a minute. He's affiliated with Wu. He is also the producer of 7OD, the Wu Kids.
Yeah.
That we're going to get into
Get to a little later on,
he
whatever
produced
like
that
that.
track.
Yeah.
Shout out to Raya, his manager. That's my girl.
And you said the same boy that produced the Wu joint. Okay. Yeah, the Wu Kid joint. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this. Yeah. I'm loving like this new insurgence of Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? Like all of this, like they got a lot of new stuff coming up with their kids and their new stuff and stuff like that. So I'm fucking with this. You know what I mean?
Definitely a legacy.
Yeah. I'm fucking with this. What you know about this, Sam?
This first time I'm hearing it, I'm loving it. I'm mad I slept on it. Like,
that's what this platform for. You know what I mean? So we could bring this new music alive.
And exactly, like this platform, like what you've been listening to, I consider this as work. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say like what you've been listening to. Like when I'm listening, I'm like listening to stuff. I'm listening to material. I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
nah,
It's not like idle listening to shit.
Yeah.
I've been doing this since 16, man.
Yeah, this is.
I'm talking about me.
Yeah, but that's what this segment is. It's not like okay, it's what you're listening to, whatever like that. But this is the opportunity for us as people that love music and love the culture to push the culture forward and be able to give the people like, yo, look, check this shit out. It could be like I said when we first started this, it could have been something old. It could be something new. It could be something that's not released or whatever like that. But it got to be like whatever.
Irrelevant. And it still can because like if I'm listening to something, I'm listening to it because I see myself in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm gonna speak about it on this segment,
mm-hmm.
like I hear a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna come in here and talk about it because that motherfucker don't need me to talk about it on this segment.
Yeah.
Some shit that really speak to me. That's what this moment is for.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you been listening to, Ski? I've been listening to this.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I apologize.
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
True indeed. Because I only talk about the music that resonates with me as well. And
Resonates.
Yeah, if I talked about everything that was sent to my inbox, oh Lord.
Yeah, what you got a corona over there?
Whole show ourselves.
You got a corona over there?
Shit happens.
What I've been listening to, Royce 5'9" has a new joint called Black Savage. I remember we were sitting around last week and I was talking about Royce or whatever like that. Royce is like underrated. And he's and I think it's because he's under that whole Eminem thumb. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know, though, it's just Detroit, period. You know, it's not an East Coast, it's not a West Coast. But I've been up on Royce for a long time. Like, since I heard him on Dilly Millie with the Black Milk album.
Yeah, Chrissy is a strong advocate for Detroit.
Detroit, I just love the sound, man. I just love the sound.
Yeah, so he has a new joint out with T.I., White Gold. There's a lot of people on this joint, but it's a dope-ass joint. The track is dope, and Royce the 5'9" always got fire on him, you know what I mean? So if y'all get a chance, he got a video for this one, too. So if y'all get a chance, y'all can check this out. Also, Thai Man, Styles P got a new joint out. Sam, he got a video out for what's the new song? Brand New.
I saw that.
Yeah, he got a video for Brand New. He got a joint with Conway and Benny called Blam Blam Blam. That's dope. He got another joint called Golden.
That was my joint, dog. I listen to it every day.
Yeah, Golden is dope. Blood, Sweat, and Tears is dope. But Styles P is Styles P. You know what I mean? Styles P is one of those motherfuckers that's constantly consistent. You know exactly what you're going to get when you get a Styles P album. And this new album, it's a mixtape actually. Presence is definitely fucking dope and something to check out. You know what I mean? You said you ain't get a chance to check out any of this new Styles P shit, did you?
I have not.
You a Styles P.
And again, like when you ask me like how the week been going, you know, aside from slamming my head against the wall and having the world slam itself against my head and shit, partly me slamming my head against the wall in regards to time. That's gonna be a reoccurring theme. We should put time up on the Rap Delites board.
Yeah.
That's a whole
I was about to say
podcast
Soul
in
Train,
itself.
but this ain't Soul Train.
Yeah.
Time and not using it effectively and getting all of this material and contact, reaching out to all the people that I would love.
Yeah, that's when it becomes a job. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to quit that. I'm trying to get off that slave plantation.
Yeah, that's when it becomes a job. You know what I mean? So I've been listening to Royce the 5'9", Black Savage. I've been listening to Styles P Presence, and I've also been listening to Dark Low's latest joint, American Made. And
oh man,
we were
what
talking.
happened?
Yeah, we were
The
that.
feds?
Yeah. We was talking. We was talking. We was talking about this a couple last week or something like that. Dark Low got a nice joint. Dark Low's from Philly. Down with ARAB and everything like that, and this joint right here is nice. He the standout joints to me, joint American Made. He has a joint called Blue 5 with ARAB. He also has a joint called Ripped Apart featuring Benny the Butcher.
He's got songs with Pain too.
Yeah, because they all click clack and everything. All that. But this joint right here, American Made, is tough. It's a real strong album, strong production, real that it's Philly street shit. You know what I mean? And it's dope if you get a chance to check it out. You know what I mean? To check it out. It's a sad thing that happened with him and also I didn't want to get a whole thing into the whole. I didn't want to talk about it in a segment. But when I put out the thing with what happened to Kodak Black just received 3 years, 8 months in federal prison, and Dark Low actually got into some shit with the feds for witness tampering, and he went to a trial, the ARAB trial, just to support ARAB, and then the witness said that they were scared because he was there. So then, the feds came to his house, whatever the case may be, and they locked him up, did a search or whatever like that. And he's facing these charges. You can face up to 20 years for witness
Y'all gotta
tampering.
stop talking on Vlad.
You know what I mean? It's crazy as shit. You know what I mean? With what's going on, and I just wanted to say something to a lot of these young boys out here and everything like that. I know y'all like to hang out and y'all listen to the trap music and y'all out there y'all trapping and all that kind of stuff like that. But y'all don't understand what a trap is. This is a trap. That's why I got this over here. You know what I mean? This is a trap. A trap is something that you use when you got something going on in your house or on your property or whatever your domain is, and you trying to capture it. You're trying to catch it. You use a trap. And what you do is you bait a trap with something that that thing might want. So whatever they put on there could be
something tempting.
Yes, whatever they put on there, cheese, get it? Whatever they put on there, they don't really want you to have it, but they'll put it on there to entice you and bait you in. And then when you get a little time and you get it, they got you. That's the trap. Trap music, you out there trapping and all that kind of shit like that. They want you to do that shit so they can catch you.
Endearing.
You know what I mean? They want you to do that shit so they can catch you. So I just want any young boy out there that's into that kind of lifestyle, man, know what the system is doing to y'all. You know what I mean? And you could be Kodak Black, you could be Dark Low, you could be just Joe Smo. It's all set up to trap you and cut your head off. You know what I mean?
And stop talking about it, man. If you're doing it, keep it on the low. Stop talking about it. Everybody ain't gotta know you gotta do it, man. The people that do it for real don't talk about it.
You should call this shit hustling. Motherfuckers, I've been trapping. Huh? Who?
When I was doing it, ain't nobody know. I can talk about it now because I ain't doing it no more. But when I was doing it, ain't nobody fucking know.
But it's a trap, man. You know what I mean? Tupac had a song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
the trap, you know what I mean? So it's a trap. So I don't want you guys to get caught up in that shit. You know what I mean? But if you get a chance to check out all these joints, I want y'all to make sure y'all check these joints out. We're going to be right back with more Rap Delites, more TSK1, more Chrissy Mack, more Bats. You know what I mean? I'm Bats.
I'm Miss Smith.
And I'm TSK1.
And you're watching Rap Delites.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is TSK1. That is Chrissy Mack with the hat low. We listening to a little second generation Woo, produced by Jay Gaze and JoJo. What's how you pronounce that?
Jojo Pellegrino.
Yo. This is this came across the radar earlier this week, and these are the children of the Wu-Tang Clan, not all of the Wu-Tang. Okay, let's get into it. Where we at? This is actually Method Man's son, You Got son, Old Dirty Bastard's son, and Ghostface's son. So there's 4 members of the Wu-Tang whose son has clanned up together and created a group, and this is their first single. Second generation Wu. I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad at Sons of the Wu. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah. No. That's This is the name of the song is 7OD. But yeah, second generation Wu. That's what I believe in the name of the group is.
I wouldn't be mad at my suggestion.
You want to put it out there?
Sons of the Wu. I think that it just Sons of the Wu. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that's dope that because they on some legacy shit now.
What did Ghostface say on what was that? Glaciers of Ice.
My seeds marry your seeds, marry his seeds.
That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family.
Yeah,
and that's a prophecy being fulfilled. Mm-hmm. To a degree.
Yeah, to a degree. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to be necessally that.
Nah, it's their seeds.
But yeah, that's
talking
still
about
seeds. Yeah, still working together and stuff like that. So
and it's the thing that come to mind for me was that it's organic. Mm-hmm. It's flow. It's not them forcing themselves into their fathers. Mm-hmm. The original manifestation. Mm-hmm. It's natural. It's organic that they flowing with the same, the same water that was presented with their fathers, but they continue it on with their own shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's theirs. It's self-made, like the Wu-Tang was. It's the legacy and spirit of the Wu-Tang Clan to me, and that's the thing that I love about it. This right here, incidentally, was a 46th Street. 46th Street. Rest in peace, Mill Creek. The Jets. Mm-hmm. This right here was a theme song, 1995. Man, I got in a car accident to this shit.
I remember you tearing about that.
Man, I was in the back seat. It was Suzuki. Sammy Roy was driving. Man, it was raining. It was raining that night.
Shout out to Sammy Roy.
Hitting 49th Street, came around Gerard Avenue on the wet track, trolley tracks.
Yeah.
And the cobblestones. Hey!
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll fucking do it.
Yo, niggas was crawling out of the windows.
It was like a glacier of ice.
Niggas was crawling out of the windows, going through the graveyard.
That shit was like a glacier of ice.
And me and the boy, I don't want to mention his name, but me and the boy, we and being from over there, Marion Avenue, I'm shouting out Marion Avenue addresses and shit. When the cops came, the cops did come.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
They caught y'all?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm about to say.
I was stopped.
You were stopped? Did you squeal? Did you squeal?
What nothing to squeal about?
Nah, don't squeal.
Nah, don't put that up.
Ty don't squeal. I asked you and you said no.
No.
He didn't squeal.
It wasn't nothing to squeal about. They wanted to know. It was like, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know shit about that. I ain't from around here. I'm from around there.
He said, why he limping? Them niggas from the car. We had to swerve to get out the way. That shit really happened. Sorry for the sidebar, but
yeah. Chrissy Mack, Woo, second generation Woo. You feeling that?
I love it. I love it.
You get a warm feeling?
Yeah, dude.
Fuzzy.
It's like if my son were to get involved in music.
Or grindy.
He can do whatever he wants, but if he were to get into music and continue on the legacy, you know what I mean? Like,
I like that hat, Chrissy.
Big BSF.
I get one. They got
I think this is a limited edition. They ain't got these no more, man. When Griselda push shit out, you gotta get up.
You gotta grab it early.
Right away.
You gotta grab it early.
Word.
Maybe if we can get
we get big enough. We get it. We get it.
You know what? City Boy do the merch. Shout out to City Boy from BSF. Yeah.
Shout out to City Boy. What's up, City?
He do all the merch for BSF. You gotta follow
City
him.
Boy.
City
That
Boy
hat
BSF.
is fucking working. I would love to have one.
As soon as they got new merch coming out,
I would love to utilize that as a crown. Wink, wink,
wink, wink. What the hell? All right, so yeah, Woo, second generation Woo. Look out for whatever they're going to be bringing out. We co-sign that wholeheartedly. Our brother Eric B got locked up for a charge that was from like 17 years ago.
And while he's campaigning for president, motherfucker.
Nobody didn't know that Eric B was actually running for president at the time, did they?
Eric B is always running for president.
Absolutely.
The fuck are you talking about?
So did you see this time?
I did see it. I thought it was like, because I know he was pushing, working on the show Blue Bloods, and the push to become an actor.
Oh, you thought it was like some method acting?
Not even that, but that's a good one. I thought it was like a publicity stunt.
Oh.
Just to, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Eric B for president, which is not a publicity stunt, but, for the mind of what that helped to create Eric B and Rock Hill. I wouldn't put it past it to be a publicity stunt. I'm like, nah, it's a publicity stunt. But I kept seeing it. Then I went on a link and I read it, and I'm like, damn, this shit real.
Yeah. Well, what happened was he had a trial about 17 years ago, and his lawyer at the time told him that he didn't have to show up for the trial because it was going to be dismissed or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So Eric B, listening to his lawyer, never showed up, whatever the case may be.
Which is,
yeah, you listening to your lawyer. The lawyer's supposed to be the smart guy. You know what I mean? Went to college.
Ivy League, Harvard.
Shady lawyer.
Yeah, Ivy League, Harvard.
The lawyer got
locked up. That's why he didn't know he had to show up.
Yeah.
And then 17 years later,
so he had a bench warrant on him for 17 years, from 17 years.
So you saying his lawyer got
caught? His lawyer got locked up.
His lawyer was on some Davy Kleinfeld
shit. That's why he ain't know he had to show up. But that's some bullshit though. Like how you just forget for 17 years.
And the system didn't even realize. Like
you want to come after him now after this man is like on TV.
Well, we know that the system
going for him. That's bullshit. I hope they dismiss that shit. I mean, it was like an assault incident. It wasn't even that serious.
Yeah, and I think that the judge had had leniency on it and everything like that. But I look at it like this. I'd rather them be 17 years late and him getting off than him be staying in there for 17 fucking years. You know what I mean? And then there'd be some bullshit. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother fucking case.
What I read was something that's going to have to be like a new trial or a new hearing on the original
case or whatever like that, because he had a bench warrant. That's why he got arrested, because he had a bench warrant on him. They was basically looking for him, but they wasn't looking too hard. 17 fucking years he on TV.
He on fucking Google.
The fucker's on TV, like he ain't hiding from nobody. You know what I mean? Like you're Lamis. You know what I mean? In a weed somewhere.
How Ray say?
File taxes every year.
That's so funny to me, man. But I want to give a shout out to Eric B. You know what I mean? Hopefully everything goes well for you and your family and everything like that, because this is some bullshit right here. But
and we still gonna vote for you.
We still vote for Eric B for president. Absolutely, every fucking time except for
every fucking 4 years.
Yeah.
And in between, we voting for Eric B.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question.
And Shirley Chisholm.
I was about to ask that question. If it was a ballot and they had either Shirley Chisholm or Eric B for president, you had to pick one. Who you picking? Quick.
I got it, Shirley.
In real life.
But in real life, Eric can be a part of cabinet.
Would he be vice president?
I don't know. That's up to Shirley.
Okay.
But we gotta pick somebody that was involved in politics.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna go for Shirley?
I gotta vote.
Absolutely. Shirley Chisholm or Eric B?
I'm writing in Chuck D.
That's a go.
Right,
Chrissy's going for Chuck.
Can we change this shit?
So now you wanna change it?
Nah, I don't want to change it because that was the ballot. That's those who ran
was
it.
the ballot.
And
Chuck D for president.
they gave good campaigns.
Chrissy gonna go in there and have this one lone ballot for Chuck D.
Right.
I'm voting for Shirley, but I need Killer Mike on that in that cabinet.
in the cabinet, Killer Mike and Eric B.
I need Killer Mike, Eric B in that cabinet. Professor Griff, Chuck D.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Hey, sounds like a hell of a cabinet right there.
Wise, intelligent.
Oh man.
All right, this list could go on.
Yeah, it could definitely go on. All right, I know somebody that y'all wouldn't put. Y'all wouldn't put in that cabinet. Solar. Would y'all put him in that cabinet?
We put him in the cabinet, all right. We put him in the cabinet, all right.
Okay, now everybody know that the new Gangstar album. Let's get some
20 leads beneath the sea.
Let's get some Gangstar going on, man. That's a big fuck you.
Anybody get that fucking pun? I just hung out there.
Let's get some Gangstar going on. You know what I mean? Something fitting.
Some massive pillow.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know my steez.
And we're gonna put some new put the new shit on since that's what they was. Oh, yeah, that's even better. Look at Chrissy.
Yeah, it was some grimy shit back in the day. We used to hit the house parties, the dancing and shit.
Yeah, that was the shit right there.
That's when we making up grimy dances like the He-Man and.
Okay, take it personal.
It's a nice pick, Chris.
So what happened was the new Gangstar album comes out to critical acclaim. DJ Premier's out here promoting the album and everything like that. Now you got this guy Solar coming out, the guy that was a collaborator with Guru when Guru passed.
Where that rat track?
Don't fuck that shit'll fuck you up royally. Don't pop
set
it.
the trap because we just using the visual.
Yeah, you wanna
Rap Delites does not have workers' compensation.
So MC Solar or whatever like that, who was a collaborator with Guru when Guru passed away, and he actually sold these recordings to DJ Premier, and DJ Premier took the vocals of the acapella.
All right, back up.
Okay,
you saying that cocksucker sold it to Premier?
well, he has these recordings. These are his recordings.
Okay.
Like Guru was actually recording with him. Right. He wasn't recording with Premier at the time. So this guy he was sitting on recordings of Guru, and that's how Premier got a hold of him because he bought him off of this guy. Okay. So he bought like a handful of shit and made the new Gangstar album the best yet. So now Solar is accusing DJ Premier, Preemo, of production plagiarism.
Making beats plagiarism, or
listen.
The
So
original beats sound nothing like.
So what he's saying basically is it's not he stole the beats. He's basically saying that okay, I recorded these songs with Guru. You took the vocals, took off the beat, took the vocals and made new songs, but I should still be getting credited because I'm the one that recorded those songs, and I don't have any credit on this new Gangstar album, and now I'm calling it plagiarism.
Since when does the engineer get credit?
So this is what he's saying.
okay?
You know what I mean? Because he's saying that I should be getting getting production credit on this album since I'm the one that actually recorded these songs. Which is, I mean, Solo, just go the fuck away, dude.
So what are we going to? Where are we going to take the business or business and personal? Well, I'm inclined. I'm taking it personal.
Mm-hmm.
He bought the verses. Look, Premier bought the verses, right? That's a business transaction. Now he owns the verses. The engineer that recorded it has no rights to the verses. He recorded it. He got paid for a studio session.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the business goes. The engineer gets paid for the studio session. They don't get recording rights. They don't get royalties. They don't get none of that shit.
What was he? Was he the engineer or was he the producer of the song?
His original song, was it ever released?
I don't know.
That shit was trash anyway.
And see, that's the fine line of taking a business, because I'm inclined to take all this shit personal. I do. I'm taking shit personal. Yeah. So, but motherfuckers will run that business shit in my face every fucking time. Yeah. I'm like, okay, all right. So now we gonna like the fine line of business and personal. Mm-hmm. Was that motherfucker of note on any legal document saying thus and so or thus and so?
Well, I know this legal
as a publisher.
Well, he legally owned the songs that him and Guru created. But we also know that when you got songs, and I'm sure Chrissy can attest to this, that you have two portions of a song. You have the music, which is one portion of the song, and then you have the lyrics, are another portion of the song.
Sometimes, right?
When you go through publishing, this is how publishing works. When you go through publishing and you go to register your song, you register the lyrics under you. You are the artist. And if you bought a beat or if somebody gave you a free beat, then it gets registered. The producer gets 50%. If you use the sample, you got to add them people in too.
Yeah.
Engineer gets nothing. They get paid for studio time.
So question, it's itemized?
Yes, you have to.
So every aspect of a work is itemized.
Yeah.
You have to, yes, when you publish it.
So you're correcting my ignorance. So a complete work can't be whacked up between all of the artists.
Well, yeah,
The authors.
What you mean?
The authors.
Yeah, they're authors.
That's the language that's used.
Okay, the lyrics. Yes, all the songwriters.
So what if it's a group?
Lyrics.
They still got to whack it up.
It's a band.
They still got to whack it up.
So they whack that up. That's not collectively.
Lyrics. Whoever wrote the songs get a portion, a percentage, right? Whoever created the musical composition gets a percentage. If there's a sample in there, if you borrowed somebody's musical composition, that's a percentage. The person that just recorded you. No, they can pay flat rate from the studio time.
So now, just the emphasis on what you just said right there. Solar was not an author of any of this work. He produced. He didn't produce any. He produced songs. Forgive me for saying that cocksucker's name.
Yeah, he produced songs with Guru.
Right.
He did the beats. Guru did the lyrics. He did the beats. Same thing like when DJ Premier would do the beats for Gangstar and Guru would do the lyrics. And let's say they get $100. You pay Gangstar $100, the record company, whatever the case may be, and they split it 50-50. Premier gets $50, Guru gets $50. You know what I mean? If there's no samples. You know what I mean? If it's samples, it gets up. But we're not even going to do with samples. Right. You know what I mean? Let's just say...
That's another conversation.
Yeah. Let's just say Premier was banging on the table, and he did a beat, and Guru did the lyrics on it. So Premier gets $50, Guru gets $50. My thing is, if Solar did the beat on the table, and we don't use the beat on the table, how can you get, you know what I mean? How can you get...
Based on those stipulations, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, how can he get credit for anything?
And I'm not trying to defend the dude. I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah.
The royalty percentage goes by what's played. If Family and Loyalty, the Premier version, is getting played on the radio, then Premier gets the percentage and Guru's estate gets the percentage.
Yeah.
Solar gets nothing unless his version is getting
played. Yeah.
I don't like to play the devil's advocate. I do not like bringing this shit up because I don't advocate the devil. So for lack of a better, I digress. What if he is legally, legally binded, or not binded, but if he does have a legal right? Do Premier owe him his
Well, he does have a
when he bought the verses.
I don't like the nigga.
No, look. If he helped Guru write the verses, if he's a songwriter, which I doubt he is.
Nah. What if he wasn't in the room? He wasn't in the room. He was not invited. I'm saying when he was doing his little venture with Guru, wherever they was. But now the Preemo got his deal with this dude to say, I'm gonna do this. All right, deal. Yeah. Pardon me, Sam. I apologize for banging on the table. But whatever the deal, if he's his legal right to say, okay, I get some credit on that. Do we get his credit?
Well, I think if that
because we don't like him, we say, nah, you don't get no credit.
I think if he didn't write the lyrics or if he didn't produce the beat that's being played on the song, then he gets no percentage.
And on top of that, on top of that, when he sold the lyrics or the songs,
he sold his right.
If he didn't have that in, like when you make a
stipulation,
you don't have a stipulation in the contract unless you say, all right, I'm gonna sell you these joints, but I want credit for it. If you didn't say that, then you don't get no motherfucker.
That's what I want to know.
You know what I mean? So that's what my thing is. Like, obviously,
did you get your answer?
Yeah. If he didn't have that in the contract when he sold the stuff, when you got your money for it, if you didn't have it in the contract to say, oh, I want my credit for it, you can't accuse.
You got your receipt.
Yeah, you got the receipt. You can't accuse DJ Premier of production plagiarism. You know what I mean? That's bullshit.
Anything wrong, return for a full discount 7 days.
Yeah. Bullshit. So, you know what I mean? That's the whole thing with that. I mean, whatever's going on with this dude, I think it's just sour grapes.
No, you know what he's trying to do, right? He trying to do that, right, so he could put his songs out because everybody's gonna click on the YouTube, and since his songs with the beat that he produced is on it, every spin, every play they get,
now he finally
gets
can get some
a
paper.
percentage.
Now he can finally get a little bit of paper.
He gets paid off of the ones he did. It's all a deal for him to get money. That's all that shit is.
Yeah. So
the more you spin that solar shit, the more he gets paid. Don't fucking play it.
You see
that shit is trash anyway. I played it.
You see that V? This is a brand. Victor is a brand. They produce these rat traps. You can get them from any hardware store. But the V stands for vermin. Vermin. You know rats were single-handedly responsible for the bubonic plague.
Yes.
Which decimated Europe.
I remember that.
Yeah, rats. Whole family's rats. She gonna grow up to be a rat. You know what I mean? Fucking Pesci. You know what I mean? Who's your rat? So, you know what I mean? I think it's just sour grapes and a thing with him to get his spins. You know what I mean? Everything like that. So, you know what I mean? It was just weird when I heard it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So, we absolutely had to talk about it. You know what else a rat do? A rat will chew through your shit. And you got your shit, for later. And a rat will chew through your shit, chew through the wall to get your shit.
Get your shit. You know what I mean? Fucking rats.
Sorry, we get along.
Family is rats.
Sorry, rat. fucking rats.
So, you know what I mean? We're going to be right back. More Rap Delites, more TSK1, more Chrissy Mack, more Bats. You know what I mean? What's going on, people? I'm Bats, Mouth Almighty, the Fresh Grinch, the Potty Mouth podcaster himself, and you are watching Rap Delites. Yo, welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast, organic hip-hop commentary. I got my brother over there, TSK1. I got my sister over here, Chrissy Mack, and I am Bats, the Potty Mouth podcaster himself. We are listening to a little Kanye West, Follow God. I fuck with this song. He got a video for it. Kanye West is burning it up right now with this gospel album. He just did a show.
Gospel. I'm not scoffing at that at all.
Yeah, but it's just like, wow.
Yeah,
I mean, like, wow.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So he
intro.
Yeah, he actually did a Joel Olsteen. You know who Joel Olsteen is?
That
like evangelist dude, televangelist with all that. Oh God, we got a magic coat. Whatever he did. I never watch any of that stuff. You ever watch any of those televangelist dudes?
Just for like for curiosity.
Yeah.
For like studying and research, I would, but it's hard to fucking stomach, man. It's hard to stomach.
Back in the day, if you fell asleep and woke up at like 4 in the morning
on a Sunday or some shit like that, and you see them Jimmy Swaggart. Remember Jimmy Swaggart back in the day?
I remember all them dudes. Even Creflo Dollar was the closest one to like being on some real shit. But you go in Atlanta and you see his church.
Oh yeah, Creflo Dollar.
Man, that shit like
his wife's name is Taffy.
Taffy. She white?
Nah, she black. She a sister. His wife's name is Taffy. Creflo. Listen, if you go to a motherfucker's church,
we was down there for 16.
If you go to a motherfucker's church and his name is Creflo A. Dollar,
this shit can't be real.
And his wife's name is Taffy Dollar.
Like, this shit can't be real.
Yo, you go in there and you give them your money, they deserve your money. That's the way I look at it. Like, whatever they telling you, you can't be real. No. It's real if you believe it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But what I'm saying is, this shit is like orchestrated.
Yeah. It gotta be like,
your name ain't no motherfucking Taffy.
Yeah, her name could be Taffy, but then their last name is Dollar. Like, we grew up with a nigga named Johnny Dollar. But that wasn't his real last name.
I went to school with somebody named Shay Money, and that was his real name.
That was his real name.
47th Street.
But that wasn't his real last name. This nigga last name is Dollar.
I would have voted for Johnny Dollar.
Yeah.
For city council.
Johnny Dollar.
Yeah.
Joel, too. Yeah, Joel Olsteen pays Kanye West $300,000 to perform at his church. Ski.
Hey, man,
It's a gig.
it's a good job. It's good money if you can get it.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
What you want from me?
If I was Kanye West,
Give me a percentage of that.
if I was Kanye
I'll
West,
perform.
I mean, because Kanye West at his core, he's a performer, he's an artist and stuff like that, and he's going touring is where you get your money, right?
Correct.
If you got a record label or something like that.
Chrissy is.
I'm just saying. I mean, this is part industry. Go ahead. This is industry jargon.
Continue. I'm like, what you want me to say? Oh, this is a farce. This is a travesty. This is an outrage. No, get your money, nigga.
This is industry jargon.
Right.
So artists, they get their longest green from touring, right?
Correct.
So Joel Olsteen says, "Hey, I want you to come and do a show at my church. I'm gonna give you $300,000. That's what it is.
And it's tax free.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what Kanye is doing right now. See, a lot of people is like, well,
Come on now.
you know, he on this, he on that, blah, 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 we ain't fucking with him, yo. Kanye is smart, and the reason why he's smart is because he was in debt. Now, see, when you're clergy, you ain't got to pay taxes. Everything he doing right now, this Sunday service, this album, he's clergy. He ain't got to pay taxes on none of it.
Yeah.
You just dropped a bomb.
Yeah, so I mean, Kanye West is out there performing at churches, and he also did a performance in some prisons down in Houston.
So you say Kanye broke?
I doubt if he's
He
broke.
was in debt. He was in debt.
He probably owed people more.
He was like, what's the number? 53 million in debt.
Was it from them clothes?
I don't know. You probably
We don't know what it's from. We don't know what it's from. But
checks and balances. You know what I mean?
I'm joking. I'm joking because
this is a smart businessman. See, people, you know what I mean? He don't give a fuck what you think about him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he doesn't.
He a Gemini, just like Donald Trump. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck what you think about him. They about their business.
Yeah, so Kanye West performing, but also he's doing performances at prisons. You know what I mean, for free.
Really?
You know what I mean, and basically,
Is that in line with his Jesus thing?
Yeah. And he
So you saying him? He not really into Jesus. It's just to sell the whole.
Well, I'm not saying that because Jesus works. I'm not questioning his faith, but what I'm saying is this was
it works in his favor.
This was an incredibly smart business move on his behalf.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at him in that regard. Other than that, you will get
With the crickets.
from me the remainder of this segment. Wake me up when we get the artist of the week.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah.
Kanye West. All right. Yeah. So that's basically the whole spiel. He's doing the thing with Joel Olsteen. He's doing the thing at prisons. He's promoting his album. He's getting out there and serving it up. You know what I mean? Whatever Kanye West does is whatever Kanye West does. Like I told you, we talked about it last week on the show. We was like, you know what I mean? All of this shit is hyperbole to me. Like all the shit that he says and all the things he does, it's all to do his own. Not saying that he's using God or whatever the case may be to sell records, but it's selling records. And it's selling shows and everything like that, regardless of whether his intent is that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's regardless, you know what I mean? But he's selling records.
I mean, it is, well, a personality like his, it's like, I'm going to say, well, you don't need, but somebody like him always go big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he does have to go bigger than he did his last venture or his last outing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
okay,
fuck it.
All right, so Kanye West. All right, we're gonna get into Stretch and Bobitto's podcast and debut album is coming.
Stretch Armstrong and Bobitto.
This is a long time coming. I remember. They were on the radio in New York City. We were down in Philadelphia, so we didn't hear the radio show. We would subsequently hear tapes of the radio show and different people's freestyles and stuff like that. Did you ever hear any of the radio show stuff, Chris? I know you used to go back and forth in New York or whatever like that. Did you ever hear their actual radio show?
Nah, you know what, because I always lived in Philly, so I never really heard the radio show. I'm very familiar with them, though, and they were at the Video Music Box 35th anniversary show that I was at up in Coney Island 2 summers ago.
I think Bobitto had a store down here.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that when he had the store down there. You know what I mean? But the Stretch and Bobitto, they used to have a radio show back in the day, and the radio show they would do, and they would have people come on and freestyle, and you would have like Big Pun and Jay-Z and Big L and everybody that was just like starting out back in the day that became big ass stars.
Oh, it was definitely pioneers.
Yeah, that big ass stars. Anybody who's anybody from, I would argue to say, like the early 90s on up to like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Was on that show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anybody who's anybody. You know what I mean? DMX. Anybody who's anybody.
From our generation.
Yeah, from our generation.
If you know who's Stretch and Bobitto is, and you from our generation, boy, you need to get hit.
So now they got a podcast coming, and they also have a debut album coming, which I'm going to assume is going to be like a mixtape. You know what I mean? With them doing whatever, like on some college shit, and basically have people on the album.
It's smart, you know. Plus, it's just a time, a moment of history, and doing something like this is just just solidifying it, if you will. You know what I mean? That in case you ain't realize, this is what we did.
Yeah, this is our contribution to the jam for young kids that wasn't around at the time when they was popping. You know what I mean? Now the podcast thing is popping and everything like that, so they can get in on that wave.
Where hip hop is real.
Yeah. So shout out to Stretch and Bobitto and their podcast and debut album. Shout out to Kanye West doing all the things that Kanye West do. We'll be right back with more Rap Delites, more TSK1, more Chrissy Mack. What's up, Mac? You know what I mean? The hat low as a fuck. You know what I mean?
Rap Delites. Rap Delites.
And we're here to rock. Rhymes like ours could never be stopped. See, it's 3 of
What you know about this TSK1?
I was there, man.
Mac, what you know about this?
Man, the S is for the super, the U is for unique. Yo, I first heard this joint at the skating rink.
We are listening to JJ Fad, MCJB, Crazy J, Lady Ann, Baby D, JJ Fad, who were really the group that spearheaded and got Ruthless Records like money.
Who did the beatbox? Is that Baby D?
I mean, it was Baby D. But I brought up this song because JJ Fad's Supersonic, the song that's playing right now, is on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer.
Congratulations.
So congratulations to them for that. You know what I mean? This used to be a jukebox hit right here. You know what I mean? Back in the day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You ain't have to call a jukebox.
Yeah. This was on the motherfucking jukebox all the time. You know what I mean? So if y'all get a chance, shout out to JJ Fad, shout out to Ruthless Records, shout out to Eazy-E,
Ruthless Records,
DJ Yella,
Eazy-E's wife's name, Widow. She controls the estate.
Yeah. I forget her name. I think her name. I don't even want to butcher it.
Shame on me for I meant to do that education.
Do the education. Do the homework.
and because we want to be
be accurate and have actual facts.
Right. What he said. So, but yeah, congratulations to JJ Fad. But will they get any monetary?
I don't know.
Yes. If your music is published and you are in a movie, you are definitely getting royalties from that. So shout out to them. The fact that you can revive something, was it 30, 35 years ago? Because I was young when this came
when
out.
that record came out, that was the late 80s, 87, some shit like that. You know what I mean?
What 87? It was later than that.
Later than that?
Later than that.
Okay. So so if they still getting a check from that, that's dope. You know?
It had to be Now that you pushing like right on the edge of 87 going into 88.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. 87.
Because I know exactly where I was.
Yeah, me too. I was in the skating rink. First time I heard it.
88. Released July 5th, 88. Supersonic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And it's still pumping right now because August was Straight Outta Compton, 88. So they dropped around the same time. But this was more of a... Right.
Okay. So to fast forward, I didn't get on to... Me personally, didn't get on to that because I done told you the story, you know, many times that of not getting on to Eazy-E and NW and subsequently NWA later, and not you didn't put that together. Anybody savvy or that they on so and so record.
You didn't have the internet and all, and nobody was the industry smart back then. Because Easy Does It came out in September, so you had Supersonic came out July. Straight Outta Compton came out in August, and Easy Does It came out in September of 88. All that shit came out in 88.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they ran them out before that, which was smart.
Yeah. So, shout out to Ruthless Records. Shout outs to Eazy-E. I think his name Tamika Wright.
Okay.
Was his wife.
Right. Congratulations to JJ Fad in regards to that. You know, to get some,
Get some cheese.
Get some light, man.
Yeah, and get some money, get some light and everything like that. Shout out to them.
And they say they've been continuously touring.
Yeah.
You know, so you're still working off of that material.
Yeah. So I want to give a shout out. That was you know how to skate, Chris?
Yes, I do. I took my son skating on Halloween.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I saw the video of that.
He couldn't get it, man. He's ready to leave after 15 minutes. Right when I was getting in my groove, and I was like, oh, no, we can't leave. So I had to get him that little
the little jawn.
Yeah, because
they had those back in the day.
No, they ain't had. We had to bust our ass.
Yeah, like little walkers. Back in the day, you had to sink or swim.
Oh, I had to bust my ass.
Yeah, you had to sink or swim back in the day.
He was getting frustrated, though, man. He wanted to leave. I'm like, nah, I'm just getting my groove.
Stella got a groove back.
I would have to bust my ass. I can't skate. I know I'm missing something.
Rap Delites skate party.
Oh, yeah. Listen. You gonna have you can't have the walker by then, bro. You gonna
we doing it. You know how to skate? Listen what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I can't skate, but I know I'm missing. I know I'm missing out. You know, motherfuckers say, "Oh, you missing out?" I know I'm missing out. I know that shit is dope. And I'm like, damn, why didn't I, when I was a kid, I didn't. Guess what? I'm putting on some skates and I'm a forge through.
All right.
Until I get it. Cause I jig, I dance.
All right.
I dance, niggas.
Okay. All right.
We doing it? We're planning it.
We'll set it up. Wait till the weather break. Let's wait till the weather break. I don't want to be out there. I play the crib when it's make weather. You know what I mean? I play the crib when it's make weather. Shout out to B.I.G. All right. A brother whose album I championed last week, Dave East's album's Survival, ran into a little kabobble. It only sold 3,000 copies.
Only sold?
Is it first
physical or street?
I think it's physical. Physical. Not physical.
Is it physical?
Yeah, physical, nigga.
Real shit.
Yeah, real shit, real copies. And Def Jam had invested $1 million into this album, and they felt like, oh damn, you know what I mean? That's fucked up. You know what I mean? You only sold 3,000 fucking copies. That's a loss. You know what I mean? This is a instance where somebody like Dave East probably could have benefited from selling his own records. Don't you think, Chris?
Correct. Record labels are in the industry to make money off of you. And in the age of streaming, it's really hard to sell music. So if they gave him $1 million advance, which that's what it was to make this album, and they ain't get that $1 million back plus some.
Question.
And they ain't make a profit.
Yeah.
You said last week, right?
Yeah.
So when they want a return in 1 week?
No, they don't want a return in 1 week, but they got the specs on it. So
they didn't actually drop him. They are considering dropping him.
Yeah, they didn't drop him
based on the sales number.
Yeah, because I mean, you're selling 3,000, but you're doing projections. So let's say you sell 3,000 this week, you might sell 2,000 next week, and then but that's still in projecting, you're not going to make your $1 million back.
Now, let me tell you this though. this: the music industry shuts down during the holidays. So after Thanksgiving, the entire music industry shuts down. Nothing's getting released. Nobody's getting signed. Nothing's getting promoted. It's the end. You know what I'm saying? Like November, the beginning of November. That's the end of the.
So when does it pick back up?
I guess the beginning of the year.
So what that's it? You talking physical copies?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have to slam my head against the wall. If give me some clarity. Physical fucking copies.
Yeah.
In this day and age,
I guess people are still buying physical.
I know. I still want them too because I'm fucking old school. I still got my shit. You do too. Look.
No, digital downloads.
Digital downloads count too.
As long as you're not streaming, if you actually purchasing it counts as a sale.
Okay.
You're streaming. You gotta have I forget the exact number now, but you gotta have like 100,000 streams to count as like one sale, something to that equivalent.
Yeah, I believe it might have been digital downloads or physical copies. Yeah, I think it was crazy. I think it was between digital downloads and physical copies. It was 3,000.
So you saying with all of this? That's just what you saying, right? So just pretend I don't know nothing. For the viewers who may not know anything, need an education. So you saying for all this shit stacked on top of one another, for what that means, he might as well go with by himself.
Yeah.
Is that what you saying?
Yeah, I champion artists going independent. They see that advance money. They want that million up front because they feel like they can't make it on their own. But that million is for you to make the album, shoot the videos and all that. The record company recoups that million before you even get paid. So he's not seeing nothing off of these $3,000 sales. He ain't seeing nothing because if the record company don't recoup that money, he's not getting a royalty check. And the royalty check is based off the points on his contract.
Question. So if they drop him, anything signed is null and void?
Yeah.
Does he owe them anything if he continues on?
No, he keeps that million, but he's not going to get anything from his album sales.
From the previous stuff. So he can start anew and all that shit. And based on...
It depends on what his contract is. If he signed for 5 albums, he's stuck. If they decide they want to shelf the next 3 albums, he's stuck. He can't release music under his own name, under any.
So he change his name.
It depends. It's all legal.
Yeah, it's all legal.
That's why, you know what I mean? That's why it's a good idea. Always make sure you got an entertainment lawyer when you sign these contracts, man. Don't just chase that bag, because sometimes that bag comes with strings attached that you don't understand.
What about if he becomes an actor?
Oh, he is an actor now. You know what I mean?
If
he's doing movies and not music, that's all his own money.
Yeah,
is that his name, his birth name,
It depends on his contract. If he got a 360 deal and he's doing merchandise, they get a cut off of that. If he's doing shows, he get a cut off of that. It all depends on the contract.
Chrissy is hyped now.
That's why I wanted to talk about it.
Right.
That's why I wanted to talk about because this is Chrissy Lane. I mean, but this is
like artists like that. If you know you ain't gonna sell off the back enough for the record company to make their money back, it's better for you to just be independent.
Yeah.
That bag looks real nice, but it come with a hefty price tag, man. Your next 3 projects could get shelved.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen to artists. I've seen artists where they only got $1 out of hit records.
That's something like me and Ray
because
Foles.
they didn't know the legal side of the music industry.
Right. Me and Ray Foles was just talking about like how independent artists, not artists signed to major deals, how independent artists just rush out and they rush out too hard too fast and don't really study the terrain. You know what I mean? Then they overexert themselves too quick by believing that they gotta come out strong, but not realizing that it's an art to being subtle. It's strength to being subtle. You know what I mean?
It's nothing wrong with coming out strong. If you don't have the time to learn the business,
but it's a lot of ambiguity in what I mean by strong.
Get somebody on your team that knows the business. Get somebody on the team that knows the business. Consult with somebody. Get an entertainment lawyer. You gotta know the business. If you are not doing this for a hobby, you want to make money off of this, you need somebody on your squad to know the business side.
Right. That's what Ray was saying.
And then a lot of times these brothers, they sign the majors because they don't have people like that around them. You know what I mean? Everybody's not an entrepreneur. Everybody's not a CEO. Everybody's not a businessman. So you got some kid, he just knows how to rap. That's it. You know what I mean? He doesn't know anything but that. You know what I mean? So what advice would you give to? I mean, obviously the advice is to get somebody on your team around.
Exactly.
But a lot of times you run into snakes. And
that's true too. That's true too. You definitely got to do your homework. You definitely got to do your research. I mean, you can learn the legal stuff yourself. You can hire an entertainment lawyer. You can consult with somebody like me that knows the music business. Just be careful out there.
Yeah, that's why a lot of times mofos just what they do is basically just make their music, sell it. $10. Here's my $10. It's like crack. Right. You know what I mean? It's an easy exchange.
And those artists who were able to, in the beginning, to sell hard copies out of the trunk, you know,
like
they built power, and being able to do that, and having something to come to those major companies, like Dolomite,
like Dolomite did. You know what I mean? So that's them. But them days are over. Like, when was the last time a mofo gave you a physical copy to your $10 for? Anyone? Anyone?
You know, though, physical still sell though, because
I know. Listen, I know that
with Leatherface 2 on EIMG, the label I'm affiliated with, RJ Payne. Leatherface 2, we sold equally physical copies as well as digital downloads, and the physical copies sold just as much as the digital downloads did, and vinyl is making it.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to get back. I wanted to get into, like, people like digital downloads, like streaming and vinyl are like big. Vinyl is back, not coming back. Vinyl is back. This is I read someplace in an article that this year was the first year in like 20 years where vinyl sales and CD sales were at the same level. At the same exact level. Now that's bad for CD sales, but that's great for fucking vinyl. You know what I mean?
I mean, vinyl is always, I call it wax though.
Yeah, wax
is always gonna be. I'm old school. It's always going to be a collector's item. Like, my crates of records that I get right now, people, you know, I don't care how broke I get, I'm not selling them.
Yeah, I'm
not selling my records.
We got a turntable right here, but that's like, has a little, it works, whatever like that, but we don't use it. Yeah, it still works, but we don't have a needle on it like that. But actually upstairs in my living room, I have a turntable where I can listen to my records on it. You know what I mean? So vinyl is fucking back in a big way. You know what I mean? So kids, motherfuckers. You think independent artists going to be like streaming and pressing up vinyls like back in the day?
Actually, they are. Payne has vinyl out. A lot of people have vinyl out.
I might need a Payne vinyl.
Yeah. See, the thing about vinyl is the reason why it sells so much is because it's limited edition.
Yeah.
They only print up a certain number of copies between 350 to 500.
Yeah.
So if you don't get the pre-order, you asked out. And that's why people go for the vinyl, because it's limited edition.
I know Nerd re-released that Nerd album, that first album.
Which comes to, I remember.
Yeah, they re-released that on vinyl and everything like that. Like, a lot of people are doing that. Like, vinyl is delicious right now.
It's delicious, yeah. How the fuck I'm supposed to pay for all this shit?
Yeah, listen, you need to get out there, hustle, trap.
Like, this nigga got vinyl. This motherfucker, all these motherfuckers got vinyl. But you know what? I'll stream y'all shit. Raw original shit like funk, jazz music, that's vinyl worthy. New shit ain't vinyl worthy to me.
Well, it all depends on who you getting.
It depends.
I just said
RJ Payne.
Right.
Or people like that, maybe. You know what I mean? That you can get. Like, I wouldn't buy like Amigos on vinyl, but the Amigos ain't selling vinyl. You know what I mean? Migos ain't probably selling you vinyl.
I got shit that's worth money.
Sound good on vinyl.
I got Sugar Hill Gang on vinyl. I got Lakim Shabazz 45 King 900 number on vinyl. I got Jimi Hendrix on vinyl.
You know what you're saying,
EPP's first album on vinyl. I got Biggie Smalls.
You know you're talking apples and oranges now.
Yeah.
This new stuff ain't vinyl worthy. Not to me.
Not to Ty.
You talking like this stuff? You talking like stuff? You ain't
expensive.
You ain't really fond of that. You know, if you do, you got a gem. That's something stacked to something that's getting ready to come out in a digital age.
Yeah, I understand what both of y'all saying. I mean, I wouldn't, a lot of that shit, that new shit, I wouldn't necessarily buy on vinyl, but I would definitely backtrack and get other stuff or people that I consider really dope stuff that I love.
Right.
That's going to be like,
if it's short and sweet,
shit. You know what I mean? And everything like that. You know what I mean? But
like I'm pulling out some Nina Simone or some motherfucking JBs or something rich like some Minnie Riperton's first album. You know,
right? I got what you're saying.
To my garden,
but fans, if you're a super fan of somebody,
yeah.
They want that collector item. They want that.
Because for argument's sake, motherfuckers was buying disco vinyls. You know what I mean? Disco was shitted on, but I mean, motherfuckers was into disco.
Nah, disco was the shit.
Yeah.
But I shitted on disco for until I got the education. That you wouldn't get a lot of what we know and understand about hip hop wouldn't have happened without disco.
Yeah. Because you couldn't dance to the other shit. So disco you was in the discotheques. You was in the disco had the clubs. Other places didn't have the clubs.
It was a disco DJ. The DJs that spun disco records that gave way to in the clubs at the scene that gave way to the hip hop. To the DJs platform. They wouldn't allow hip hop DJs into them, so the DJs spilled out into the parks and the rec center.
Okay. Yeah. So it's I mean, vital. The big thing is like Dave East. I mean, and I love the album. It's a good album. He's a great MC or whatever like that. But you know what I mean. It's just he's just falling by the wayside with this whole company thing, and like 3,000 fucking copies is bad.
So I would love to know what the clauses and stipulations are in the contract.
We're going to call his lawyer and we're going to find out.
Get him on the phone. You just volunteered.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to get Dave East's lawyer on the phone. How we looking on time over there, Sam? 20 minutes. All right, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back. More Rap Delites, more TSK1, more Chrissy Mack. All right?
Rap Delites. Rap Delites.
YouTube, SoundCloud, on Facebook. Follow us. Bigger Bass, TSK1, C Maggie IMG. Shout out to everybody that support me.
All right. We got a little Roots playing in the background. Shout out to the Roots, Questlove,
Black Thought. One of the best joints ever.
Yeah, this is a hot ass motherfucking song. We're playing this song because our brother from Philadelphia, born and raised in Philadelphia, South Philadelphia, one of the greatest MCs ever to live,
who broke MCing.
Yeah. Black Thought is going to hold the first ever hip hop class at Carnegie Hall. The Roots MC is going to lead a 3-day rap workshop at Carnegie Hall. This is an unprecedented event. You know what I mean? I couldn't think of anybody else out there outside of maybe Chris, KRS-One.
Chris or Mos Def.
Yeah, somebody like that. But he's right on par with somebody that I would, if you're going to need somebody to teach MCing or teach a class on how to MC and the essence of rapping and MCing, I would go for Black Thought. How do you feel about Black Thought teaching a class at Carnegie Hall, a workshop about MCing?
Well, first you have to know get some understanding or some education on what Carnegie Hall is, what this class is, the history of it and everything, and what this class is officially is exposure to major or currently successful artists who are successful and currently working to that people who are up and coming, who desire to. It's like it's a workshop. It's face to face. Hands-on workshop with these significant of artists of note, and this is the first hip hop one. Not hip hop per se, but one element of hip hop being MCing. And Black Thought is the first one that had this workshop, and I think it was dope. I think it's very dope. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I read this and I'm like, yo, I want to go. I want to be a fly on the wall.
Like application only.
Yeah,
and you gotta pay a fee.
No, it's free.
It's free?
It's free. Your application just has to get accepted, and that's what's the dopest thing about it, yo. It's free. You can submit your application for free.
I should have submitted my app.
Well, the site and information that I have here.
For you.
Participants in these tuition fee opportunities are selected after responding to an open call for audition.
I read it was free.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. We don't know exactly, but we know it's fucking dope.
That aside.
Yeah, that aside. You know what I mean? We know it's fucking dope, and I would love to be a fly on the wall at these sessions. You know what I mean? That's because this guy is like,
I want to see who shows up.
Yeah, that too. I want to be a fly on the wall to see who's there, who's taking notes.
They all get showcased at the end.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they all get showcased at the end.
We actually work on a project.
We're gonna have to talk about that on this show. I want to see who showed the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Who shows up?
Yeah, absolutely. So shout out to Black Thought, shout out to the Roots, shout out to Carnegie Hall for all that's going on with that. That's lovely. I'm here for the shits with that. You know what I mean? All right. We're gonna get into the artist of the week. Let me cue up some mood music.
Hey yo, Greg Nice, what time is it?
Artist of the week is Nice and Smooth.
Yo, we gotta get laid.
The hip-hop duo from New York City that consists of Greg Nice, Smooth B, plus their DJ Teddy Ted. The duo released albums between the years of 1989 and 1997. First starting out on Fresh Sleepy Bag Records, and then moving over to Rush Associated Labels because they were managed by Rush Management. Russell Simmons, everybody was managed by Rush. Everybody, they was rolling with Rush. Albums consist of Nice and Smooth, their debut album, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed, which was their second album, Jewel of the Now, which is their third album, and 4, Blazing Hot, which is their fourth album. They collaborated first on the song Dope on the Rope and Skill Trade on Strange Family Records in 1987, and subsequently that made them get noticed, and they got on Pimpin' Ain't Easy by Big Daddy Kane, and that was a big joke. Dope joint right there, you know what I mean?
That was the first.
That was the first time you actually like heard. Yeah. Like so, they got on that song with Big Daddy Kane on the 1989 Big Daddy Thing album, which we played a little bit earlier.
I gotta cut you.
Okay.
Play the other one. No delaying.
No delaying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the shit too.
Yeah. Sorry.
This is off the first album.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is that the Big Daddy Kane? So TSK1, Nice and Smooth. Did you fuck with Nice and Smooth?
First of all, for me, I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm gonna consider that a rhetorical question. I'm gonna consider that like a stupid question because do I fuck with Nice and Smooth? Nigga. Dude, I remember Bob, per that ass British. British is a really one of the most notorious graffiti writers here in Philly, from South Philly to West Philly, and all throughout Philly. But I remember Perk that asked him, did he still write? Brent told him, he said, you still drink water? Do I fuck with Nice and Smooth? Nigga, you still drink water? You got water in that cup.
Yep.
Fuck out of here. Do I fuck with Nice and Smooth? Nice and Smooth is like, to me, and I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna throw the fucking gauntlet down. Nice and Smooth is basically the epitome of MCing. Or among the cap or the top of what it means to MC. That they was all about fun. The principles of hip hop, peace, love, unity, and having fun. They brought that, man. It was always having fun. They ain't never robbed nobody. They never killed nobody. They never fucking, it was always fun.
They were doing their thing, man.
And clever. You know what I mean? Some of the most clever, clever rhymes I ever heard in hip hop. Came from Nice and Smooth, baby.
Nice and Smooth. Chrissy Mack, did you fuck with Nice and Smooth?
I sure did fuck with Nice and Smooth, I remember buying their second album. I went up to Cotman Ave, the record store, and it was the Roosevelt Mall, and I bought their second album. Yeah.
And I challenge anybody.
I saw them like 2 summers ago at the Video Music Box 35th anniversary, and they was the first artist there. And anybody that was there know that show ran like 3 hours late, and people was only getting 5-minute time slots because of that fact. Nice and Smooth came on last, and they took a whole hour. They closed that show out.
They put on a hell of a show.
They are entertainers,
right?
Exactly. They are definitely entertainers,
and that's right in the line of Dougie Fresh being the greatest entertainer. You know you're gonna get a show.
Yeah.
That these dudes gonna come and they gonna perform.
Yeah.
They gonna make you thinking about that.
They was rapping. They was singing.
Right.
They
do the whole thing.
Exactly.
Like they are like the full package as far as entertaining. You know what I mean? They do everything, man. I remember Black used to play the first album in the basement, and I remember when I first heard I'm like, yo, that's the Fat Albert shit. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, you could do that.
Right.
I didn't know you could do that. Like, I'm like, you could do that. like that's amazing. It was amazing to me. Like, I was a kid. I was like 11, 12, some shit like that, and I didn't know you could like take that kind of shit and make music out of it. And they were doing it, and it was like amazing. They were just having fun with it and everything like that. So, and I always talk about Nice and Smooth, like. In this era of bars, and I got 16, I got a hot bar, and my first bar match up with the second bar, and it's dope too, and the third bar is dope too, and everything is just
it's too much.
Drug dealer, atrocious, how I can go at it bars. These dudes didn't do that. They just rhymed and they had fucking fun. You know, I can't be distorted though.
I know.
Calm down, little soldier.
I know you need some volume on that.
This is Return to the Hip Hop Freaks from Jewel of the Nile. I always talk about, when we talk about hip hop and talk about lyricists and talk about rhymes and stuff like that, and y'all hear, I probably talked about it on this show, where
definitely talk about it.
If for argument's sake, let's say Eminem, who could probably best Nice and Smooth at the same time in a rap battle. Right. You know what I mean? Any old day of the week. If Eminem was having a show on a Friday night on one side of the street, and Nice and Smooth was having a show on the same Friday night on the other side of the street, I'm going to the Nice and Smooth show. Because the Nice and Smooth show is going to be a fucking jam. They're going to turn the fuck up, and they're going to have a fun time. The broads are going to be there. Everybody going to be the fuck there.
They're going to bring everybody out. Not only everybody out on stage, they're going to bring everybody out in the audience.
Yeah.
Like, everybody going to be there.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you know, and if you the next day, you're like, damn, where were you at? I was at the Eminem show. Like, damn.
Why?
Like, yo, Nice and Smooth was performing across the street. Yeah. Everybody was there.
Yeah.
Like, every hood was there. And it went off without a fucking hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Nice and Smooth, they was just like, and to transition, we talked about Gangstar a little earlier.
Right.
I remember when I first heard The Wick, and I was like, I heard The Wick, and you can't. Greg Nice is undeniable as an MC and as a presence. So hearing The Wick, first I thought it was their song. I didn't know it was a Gangstar song until Guru come on later. But I thought, because Greg Nice just come on like fucking gangbusters, and I'm like, yo, that shit is so, like, Greg Nice, Nice and Smooth with DJ Premier, like, this is fucking awesome right here, man. I remember I heard a story when they got signed to Def Jam, through the Rush Associated label at the Fresh Sleepy Bag went under, and it was they said it was Russell Simmons. I think he was talking about this in his book Life After Death, and he was saying that it was this white intern who was doing like doing stuff for that album or whatever like that, and they were doing like a photo shoot, and they had like suits on and shit like that, and the white intern, he's like, yo, why they got on suits? That ain't hip hop. You know what I mean? Why they got on suits and shit like that?
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, and Russell, like, he didn't understand that part of the black culture. You know what I mean? Right. With the singing and the rapping and everything that encompassed that, like, we were doing it all. Mm-hmm. And Greg Nice and Smooth B were doing it all. You know what I mean?
You know what's so dope about Nice and Smooth? Like, when Jewel of the Nile, you know, was out. What year was that out? Was it 94 or early 95?
Jewel of the Nile was I'll give factual. Right. Keep on going.
They recorded and released one of the dopest R&B tracks on there, on that album.
94.
Out. Not just, you know, these was rappers on an R&B track, because I think they had the, who they did. It's a track on that album called Sherry. that a lot of cats not aware of. That was staying next to any Jodeci track.
Oh, you talking about Sherry?
Yeah.
Well, you remember
that was my.
You remember Smooth B was an R&B dude.
Right, he used to run with Bobby Brown.
He used to write for Bobby Brown. He brought Bobby Brown's lyrics on I forget what album. I think it was the Dope Me Crew album or whatever like that. Okay. But then who was he dancing for?
I forget. Was it
who the fuck was he dancing for? I forget who he was dancing for.
It was close to Dr. Ice, UTFO, something like that.
I forget who he was dancing for. But Smooth B was in the scene. Greg Nice was in the scene, and their collaboration was just awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The definition of it, not the, because there are many and many for me. When you ask me if you gave me a top 5 of the definition of MCing, of what it means to rock a show, routines and everything, Nice and Smooth. Greg Nice and Smooth B are within that top 5.
I remember motherfuckers used to criticize Greg Nice because he wasn't some super duper lyrical dude.
He was.
Argument with
he was.
But you know what though? You know what I'm saying, with the bars movie and all that, stage presence is everything. Mm-hmm. And they put on a show.
Yeah, they put on a show.
Because when I was up Coney Island, they rocked the whole hour-long set, and the crowd stayed there for the entire hour at the end of a long-ass day.
I was having one of Ray Fogues' affiliates. Shout out to Ray Fogues. One of his affiliates, Ryder Blizz, he's on Instagram, and Ryder Blizz does production. He did some of the beats that's on Ray Fogues' upcoming album. I went on his and was checking out his content, and his uncle was in Cameo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who.
Did he have a cop piece on?
I don't think it was Larry. I don't think it was his uncle's Larry. But this was older footage. Mm-hmm. This was before the 80s.
This is Ray Fogues' uncle?
Ray Fogues, no. Ray Fogues' affiliates, Ryder Blizz. Yeah. Ryder Blizz.
You'd be surprised who is related to who. Because I know some producers that's related to Delphonics and all that.
Exactly. It's a small world. Yeah.
Especially in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Philadelphia's a heavy music town. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So anyway, I commented on some footage, with Ryder Blizz. I was saying that you get some of these little niggas to perform like that or try to perform like that, motherfuckers are passed the fuck out.
They be done.
I said you had to call the coroner.
Yeah, you can't keep up that
because they was performing. Yeah, and Nice and Smooth can do that.
Yeah,
it's one thing to rap, it's one thing to record. It's entirely another beast to perform.
Yeah, so
it's a whole nother beast to perform.
I want us to be able to give out a big shout out to Nice and Smooth for their contribution to hip hop and their contribution in our life and everything like that. You guys are super dope. We love your music. We love your catalog, and
some of the greatest performers and MCs ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, something else that made me perk up with them when I found out Greg Nice and Pac was tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, that was like a serious cosign. You know what I mean?
And it's the thing
for motherfuckers that think, that's trying to shit on them.
Right.
Like, these dudes was official.
And it's the thing is cats are kind of like, y'all trying to, it's a difference between being a rapper and an MC. Mm-hmm. It's a big difference. It's a big difference between being able to perform and being able to rap.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that can write. You know what I mean? But they get in front of people and
forget about it.
Myself included.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Myself included.
And then you get out there in front of people and it's a totally different thing. Right. So, you know what I mean? Just shout out to Greg Nice and Smooth B. You know what I mean? Anything goes when it comes to these shows because pot ain't easy.
Pot ain't easy.
Oh man! All right, so we're gonna get into TSK1. I think he brought this to our attention. Colin Kaepernick got a workout with the NFL, and they were saying something that Jay-Z, the 5th black billionaire in the U.S. was behind him.
Part of Rock Nation's deal and him being behind Rock Nation, of course.
Yeah.
And his deal with the NFL that he definitely, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But as a talking head, as in the world, and one with a microphone in his face. You know, the speculation is that yes, Jay-Z did have something to do with that, but it's fishy.
Yeah,
it's fishy because these tryouts will happen on a Saturday when many of the top team officials. This is a league thing. It's not the individual teams. Now, whether he gets a tryout, an actual, nod to be on one of the 32 teams, it remains to be seen. But the point is that you're getting low-level scouts or local scouts to attend this tryout.
So it's almost like the beginning of his career type of deal. You know what I mean? Like
it's kind of like really word. That's all he get. When he's better than the talk amongst NFL experts and scouts are saying that this Colin Kaepernick is officially blackballed. Stop. Come on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop the bullshit.
Yeah.
He's better than a major portion of quarterbacks on NFL rosters right now, and backups. So is it something to appease Rock Nation and Jay-Z? Or is it just the beginning stages of something, or what's to come? So
yeah, we're gonna have to keep in this whole Jay-Z NFL thing. We gotta keep in tune with it because we don't know exactly what wheels are turning and everything like that. Chrissy Mac, did you read about this?
Yeah, I read about it.
Yeah, did you think it was bullshit? Bullshit or not? Bullshit or not?
Everything is politics. Everything is business. Yeah, I mean,
politics and bullshit.
Politics is business.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I read it, and I remember when they said it came out, but Jay-Z's name wasn't even attached to it. They just said Colin Kaepernick was going to get a tryout, and then people just started saying that Jay-Z was
it's inevitable.
That's why when I put it in our group chat, I put a question mark.
Sure.
You know what I mean, next to it. That was just me saying, is he or is he? You know what I mean? Nobody knows. You could say it's easy to say that Jay-Z's in bed with the NFL, so he must have had something to do with it. And then you'll have motherfuckers that's on Jay-Z's dick that want him to be right so bad that they want to, put him on to that, tag him to that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's those people.
It does remain to be seen. Not to cut you, and I apologize if I did.
No,
but the thing is, again, Sean Carter, Jay-Z aside,
billionaire Sean Carter.
32 teams.
Young Ho the billionaire.
None of the top team officials. They're traveling because game time is on. Game day is Sunday. Sunday afternoon through Sunday night to Monday. So teams are traveling. So you're not pretty much not going to get general managers, or you're definitely not getting team owners. So you're getting mid to low level scouts to attend this tryout. Like you said, so he's like starting out again.
Yeah, it's like starting out again.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
So how much shit he got to eat to basically say that, okay, I'll play, but...
And they're going to make him eat a lot of shit.
And it's some shit to come from those from the people Colin Kaepernick said he was, that he was kneeling for. He's going to have to eat shit from them as well.
Yeah.
By making statements that, saying that we've moved past kneeling. And he's going to have to, show and prove what that means and what he means by that.
Well, Jay-Z said that we moved past kneeling. I don't think Kaepernick said it, but...
Whoever said it.
Yeah, Jay-Z said it, but I get what you're saying, but he still knelt. So my thing is, okay, if Colin Kaepernick gets a job back in the NFL, right? Now, does that make all of the people that was talking shit about Jay-Z being a sellout, will they recant their statements? You know what I mean? Would they because now he's got because my thing, it wasn't even about him not having a job for me. That was police brutality. That's what it's about.
Right.
That's what it's about. If he lost his job because he took a stand, that's collateral damage. You know what I mean? We're trying to there's a lot of people out here that are getting their asses kicked by police officers.
That sounds good to you and me.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers on the other side of that, and they don't see you getting your ass kicked. They see you getting your ass kicked is justified.
Yeah.
And those folks are generally people what is termed on the other side of the aisle or white people.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know what I mean? In the situation, I would love to see the brother get a job and work, you know what I mean, and everything like that, but I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't really have too much more to say about it, you know what I mean? Like, you got to see what's going on. Chris, you got anything else to say about that?
No, not really.
No. TSK1.
Sorry for bringing it up.
All right, is that it? Anybody else got anything else to say? We got anything else? JJ Fad, Styles P. You get the shout outs. We're going to get into shout outs and everything like that.
Shout out to Ray Ford. Shout out to Cosmo. Shout out to Rod the Blizz.
Shout out to Miss Smith who couldn't be here today.
Shout out to Miss Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Chef Mike from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Nomadic XL and Nomadic Dramatic XL and Nomadic Poet. Shout out to them from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Thoroughborough.
Absolutely. Chrissy Mack, got any shout outs to anybody?
Yo, shout out to EIMG, RJ Payne, PA Dre, shout out to Big BSF, Benny, Ricky Hyde, all of them. Shout out to Big Brick, Corporal AK, everybody I deal with, St. Ivan, the Terrible. Yeah, I mean, thanks to all my supporters, thanks to everybody that watch.
I got more.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Shout out to Planet Hank. Shout out to Hakeem Gamble.
Yeah, shout out to Hawk.
Shout out to
I gotta get with Hawk too. I got his cards over here. I gotta get some more juice.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Everything like that.
And Onslaught from Gutter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
you know, that's the Rap Delites podcast for today. We hope that y'all all check us out. Make sure y'all check us out on YouTube. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. Make sure you listen to us on SoundCloud. Check out Chrissy Mack's lives. Check out TSK's lives on Instagram. Check them out at their respective Instagram accounts and everything like that. We want to give a shout out again to our sister Miss Smith who couldn't be here. Make sure y'all check out Rap Delites every single solitary week. Make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all share it. Watch it, share it, like it, everything. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother TSK1 over there.
peace. Use me. Use me.
Use them.
Use us.
Shout out to my sister Chrissy Mack.
Peace, y'all.
Shout out to myself. That's the Potty Mouth Podcast, the Mouth Almighty, the Fresh Grinch. We will check y'all out next go round, next show. Peace.
Let's eat.
No, you don't get no food this week.
Send your music over. Send your shit over. TSK1. Not 2.
Rap Delites. Rap Delites.